There was once a person who came across a woodcutter and asked, "What are you doing? Can't you see?" Came the impatient reply, "I am sawing down this tree." "You look exhausted," the person said. "How long have you been at it?" "Over 5 hours," the woodcutter replied and said, "I am tired. This is hard work." "Why don't you take a break and sharpen that saw?" the person inquired. "I'm sure it would go a lot faster." The woodcutter replies, "I don't have time to sharpen the saw. I'm too busy sawing." In the quest of achieving our goals, are we focused on important or urgent tasks? Now, what are important and what are urgent tasks? Important are those tasks which is in our control, like completing our work on time. And what are urgent tasks? Of course, which are not in our control, like getting an urgent phone call. Based on our priorities, we need to split our tasks into important and urgent with the help of a time management matrix. So now, for quadrant 1, these are the tasks that are important and urgent. For example, maybe any deadline project or anything urgent, last minute work comes under this quadrant. Being more important one increases stress, anxiety, frustration and burnout. Even false promise comes under quadrant 1. Let's take an example. In order to get a work done, a first false promise would be given and it follows up with another false promise and another false promise. In this way, the relation gets messed up and it leads to stress, anxiety and even frustration. Now for quadrant 3. These are the tasks which are urgent but not really important. For example, keeping aside important work and attending phone calls is quadrant 3. The best way to handle tasks in this quadrant is by setting priorities using task management. Being more in quadrant 3 makes us underestimate the power of planning and goal setting. Now for quadrant 4, not important and not urgent. For example, meeting up friends, keeping aside an important task is definitely quadrant 4. Being more in quadrant 3 and 4 increases irresponsibility and being over-dependent on others. So next is quadrant 2, important and not urgent. And this is the quadrant we must focus on. Why? Why? Because it helps us plan the tasks, creates a balance and makes it all well organized. So focusing more on quadrant 2 helps resolving issues in hand and build a healthy relationship. Effective people are not problem-minded, they are opportunity-minded. So find out which quadrant are you in and which quadrant do you want to be in.